Right, hello everyone, welcome back. We are still playing our 4 mega tile map in Hot Country World, and our current progress is that I'm building, give or take, less than 10% of the passenger and mail services, so that's our work in progress. Ignore the new GRF stuff on the screen, I don't want to close it. I was actually just curious about something, namely that Um, the actual source code for the 2cc NML is on GitHub. So I was thinking if I could play around with it, but all the NML stuff is essentially Linux based, and I'm not a Linux person. Let's just put it that way and leave it there, which is a bit of a bummer because I think, like, I love it, all the carriages and stuff, but it's not good because there's nothing after the 5th generation. How far do I want to go? I want to come down at least that far. Oh, in which case, yeah, come down this far and then go up there. And I think, a lot of people don't start playing in 1830. In fact, probably most people don't. But we do tend to play, significantly further into time. So even these playthroughs go well into the 2000 something years, and there's essentially nothing, which is a bummer. I in the last episode I actually turned on cargo distribution for mail because I think like the well, it just adds to the game, not the least because otherwise everything most of the mail is losing money, especially the ones connecting into train lines. So my expectation is that we'll eventually start making money, or at least start not having these 99% loads, which is exactly what's going on here. So I might consider bumping mail into some form of medium. And there isn't really currently a small, and I don't really know if I want to keep a small for passengers because we are going to grow, the towns are going to grow. Talking about us like parents do, like, oh, you've just had a poo-poo, like, oh, you shut yourself. So I don't know if we are going to grow, but the towns are going to grow. Now they can turn back. I did. There's a depot. So that has been Zumblewood and Eggpool. Yes. And once again, mail is going to be key to growth in this game, at least for towns, because, well, everything depends on these 80% odd, which means almost totally, obviously. Come on. There. Too busy. Actually, just do it here. I could probably just come through here, to be honest. I might. Why not? No, I still want to clone. Okay, you. Why do I have 4? Just wanted these. I know why it gave me that many, but because I clicked on one of these stupid vehicles. Okay, so now it became end of orders. So it's definitely bugged. Right, so that's done. I want to know what's going on generally. So okay, there's an oil tanker. This has a fair few people who then want to go. This is not bubble. Something. Do I need more trains? These trains are dreadfully slow. They can only do 130, and that's actually down to. I don't really want metros. They're not going to be faster because they're not really monorails. So we have a look at what's available. In fact, the only thing available is this, which is far from useful. Oh, this is the place with a lot of people. I don't mind throwing in a 4th one. I mean, eventually I plan to own like at least 10 of them. As usual. Then money-wise, we're going up. But I just took everything as expected. Going whatever. Some of this is overloaded. Fine. I don't want to build the second rail yet. But it's going to be on someplace here, which I'm not sure about. I mean, I am saying I'm not sure about it, but A, it needs doing, and B, I'll need to start being sure about it relatively shortly. Relatively soon, but shortly. Evil Worth. Love that name. I'll just build out the terms and then put down the stations. Totally unrelated news. I finished The Walking Dead. I mentioned this in whichever episode of whichever playthrough that when it was actually running, I had watched it. Okay, go away. For a while. I seen 7 years of it. And then I gave up. I mean, there was a lot of it's all the same, to be honest. 6, 6, 7. I want 7, 6, 6. Like without being particularly it's an interesting layout I have here. being particularly spoilery here. They generally kill zombies in those episodes. And the other only learning is, unsurprisingly, even when mankind's essentially shafted, we're still going killing out themselves. Like, being a little more spoilery, towards the end, there's a particular character who's new to season 11, who's your stock standard real modern day, as in our day, US edition. Any, not any specific. Like, it's not like, oh, it's like Trump and such thing. No, it's just the characters. I'm a lot more important than anyone else, and when shit hits the fan, I'm just going to hide in my own spot. Never mind all the people around me. Yeah, good luck. Real politician. Which is not to say certain other possibly named politicians aren't like that, but I don't want to get into that too much. I know I'm doing fewer here, which is actually not that great idea because there's a hotel here, so that's actually pretty stupid. Do more. Evil worth. Alright, we've done bits of this. I mean, there's plenty to go. I haven't even come out here, so I'm not fully sure why I'm bothering going further, whatever direction this is, but to be honest, it all needs doing. That said, if these towns kind of start growing heavily, then me being able to put a railway across, I am going to measure it out. So this was 100. So I want 300. It's 167, 300. Where am I? Alright, so Cockle bottom. It's literally here. I will put a station for the laws far enough that they don't feel inclined to actually come up here. Why are you guys doing a rain dance here? This is just stupid. Everyone's going in circles. Yep. Because I'm an idiot. I'm not accounting properly for stuff. Okay, so the next client is going to be here. Which also means I can start working towards this slowly. So I said in the previous episode that my current guess is that this is going to, the passenger and mail, that is going to take 30 episodes. Which I'm sure is huge fun for everyone involved, but yeah, it's still a smaller map than the previous one was. I mean, the previous one, which is still very much running. Unless I put it here, but I don't want to bother with that. And that needs to be a 7. This needs to be a 7. There needs to be a 5. 5 is deeper, obviously, in case you're wondering. Copy. I'm at the point where I really don't know which one's less bad. Cloning, and then having to redo all the stops manually, or making a new one, which then does not have the tag. I was thinking which one to do, but they're almost totally equivalently sized. So I'll just do this. Ah, come on. Okay, have one more of each. In which case I need to put depot here, there's stuff there. Okay, so I'm just going to hook it into here and then they can work it out amongst themselves. I think OTTD is very typically one of those games that has a limited and probably dwindling following because a lot of it is so old. Like, I mean, in a way that we have a game that's being maintained by a community of people and is being actively patched quite literally every day. And then, like, if you ever bother looking into how to do new GIFs, it's an ancient procedure, and all development platforms are dead. The wiki refers to dead ends, and it's just like, why would anyone bother? And then the guy in the semi-official wiki, like not really, the one unofficial tutorial on how to do it is dated 2007 odd. And the guy was obviously a professional developer of sorts because he's like, well, this is how you do it on Linux. And I have no idea how to do it on Windows, and it's your problem. I was like, yeah, thanks, encouraging. And to be very honest, I'm not one of the Windows fanboys, but certain things are just simple in Windows. Like, okay, I have a virtual Linux, great. How do you install stuff? Okay, you have to command line. Oh, well, you know, that doesn't work. You have to do 5 million other things. Oh, you can't double click. Well, come on. It's really a case of you get what you pay for. Where am I? I don't know if I want to go down that path just yet. I stopped bitching about operating systems because I'm going to step on someone's toes accidentally. Oh, that's not a town. Great. And then this is obviously not done. Really? Evil word, swivel something. Egg bottom. I don't have evil word. I'm just checking. I don't. Tuck. I do actually have a timer running, by the way. It's one of the magical occasions when I did not forget. So, who are you? It's okay. Yeah, fine. I actually don't really come here. Fine. What's a sizable settlement? Damn it. Okay, you want a bunch of stops in this city because it's big enough, pretty much. We start with this. 1, 2, then just go back. Have a bunch of them. And then take that. Go. They can go down, that's fine. And we're in the new decade of prosperity and stuff. Fine. And then we just clone it from here. I yet again have no idea what on earth I'm listening to. Give me a sec. It's still hard on now, but it's just a bit loud. Okay. So, yep, Jellyberry Bumbleworth, fine. I want one more. Leave it small. I mean, like, low load. Weird. Okay, it's getting more saturated. Why not just splurge out on these, and then that should hopefully settle. See how I do. I still don't matter. No. Like, I'm kind of considering running a line down the two ends or something. Just hooking into these. I might do that later, but okay, stick to this. Nah. Poodle's bottom. As a cat owner, I can tell that I don't want to know any poodle's bottoms is. What is that thing? Copper smelter. Looks like a sewage treatment plant. 667. Trying to make them 3 length if I can. Which I cannot. I'm impressed though that towns are generally congregated. Like after Google Bridge, you have whatever it was, Google Bottom or something. I don't know. Like that's Bridge. And then this is Ton. Now I need to make sure that stuff gets there. Shh. Okay. Come on. Stuff gets turned around. Oppa. I still don't know how to delete all. It's supposed to be a thing. You know what? Fuck this. It's the only thing that I kind of have to. I'm not even using these. Yeah, this is not going to fly. Back to the drawing board. Okay, yeah, that overrides it. Not fine. Fine, but not fine. Okay, we tried it and it didn't work. Just going to press that, just in case I'm stupid enough to have forgotten something. Then we have cork wheel. Decker wood, which okay, fine. Okay, we're not. I was about to say we're not coming down this path, but there's no continuation. However, these really bug me. I am not checking time, and I'm not going to check time until I need to check time, but I'm reasonably sure I have about 20 minutes. So, with that in mind, yes, I do. It's for the pass. No, I don't, because for passengers I'm using emus, and for everything else we don't have stuff. So also it's not really that important. I have some money, but not necessarily epic amounts of it. So you go, and then I'm not going to hook this into whatever was there because I think it's stupid. 1, 2, 3. I can do this though. Just do that. So the other reason why I don't care that much about timetabling is because eventually these will get spread out in a pseudo-natural order. I'll just come up here. So that's sorted-ish. Now I said I have 20 minutes, but yeah, I have 20 minutes. I'm kind of thinking though, if we're not immediately heading down that direction, then there should be a bridge here. And I'm not a happy bunny with this. So if I do that, do it this way. Some may use that in the future. No. I don't really see the point at the moment because I don't actually utilize any of this stuff. Where the hell am I? Like, that's okay. We're going to stop here for a moment, otherwise I'm going to get totally lost. Sake. Like I put this down because I'm sure it will hook into there and so on and so on, but it's fine. Ah, YouTube's playing my favorite. I mean, I like Catanero, and I am listening to one of his mixes, which I don't quite remember. Yeah, this is okay. The mix is old, but I don't think I've encountered it. And it's don't speak Spanish, but the sound music's called My Name's a Sound or Voice. Me llama una voz. It's very good. No one's making money. These aren't great. If you ever look into that particular song, alright, that was it. It's a mix of something, and the original is really unimpressive. Alright, map. So we're here, could do that, and that's kind of where I yeah, okay, fine. Soggy bottom. Maybe I'm too imaginative, but I don't want to know. However, I see an opportunity here. Okay, go. Just come here. Oh, this reminds me, on Ludicrous BitGo, there is a new Spaceball movie coming at some semi-defined point. Something I am definitely looking forward to. Okay, fine. So, just think this is still overloaded. It's only 100 people. I mean, I do intend to change these around at some point faster, but I need to do the numbers because speed is part of it. But not the whole thing. This next one's this. I'm kind of thinking. Do I really want to go down this whole path right now? I don't, but I will. Which won't actually fit into this episode, perhaps unsurprisingly. Yeah, I've definitely not heard this particular mix. I don't really want to do faster town growth, partially because it can become a little taxing on my abilities to build around towns, which, considering I want to cover everything, is not an award-winning idea. Hello. But more to the point, I'm kind of hoping to keep up with some of the towns anyway. And I don't want to end up having 40,000 towns out of thin air. One of the main reasons why I don't play scripts all the city-related scripts, they're probably not compatible with whatever I'm doing. I'd love to say they all suck, but in all fairness, I've tried quite a few of them, and none of them function the way I wanted, so I think the issue is in my setup. Fine. Okay, there's nowhere to go, at least not immediately. However, there's a hotel. And now it's some obscure mix of Jean-Michel Jarre and God only knew what. I mean, it's good. It's just weird. Because I'm not going to remember this, it's Nick Warren, Hernan Cotonero, Sudbeat, and Soundgarden 2018. I'm just saying that because if anyone asks, I have no way of recalling it later. And all of this is towards the end of the... Yeah, have about 10 minutes left of the song mix, whatever. Okay, so I won't be able to squeeze all that in. 4 minutes. We don't even have a way around here. Duh. How the... There. Right. This is all just really terrible. Right. 6, 7, deeper, and then... God's sake. I can kind of finish this. Yeah, can turn that. Because if I put one here, 667, depot, I have 2 minutes. Bye. So I'll actually need 2 sets of vehicles here, and I might just do that in the next episode because I don't like being rushed. Right, done. Okay, I am going to stop right here. We have like 1 minute left, but I don't want to get too crazy. So then I can eventually branch out this way and continue with the passenger service. I don't know why this is overloaded. Oh well, such is life. Anyway, usual, thanks for watching. Let's have a look at numbers. They are going up. Good. I mean, slightly going up, hey. So anyway, yeah, any thoughts, comments, likes, subscribes, whatnot, let me know. And I shall hopefully see you next time. Bye bye.